Hey guys, Michael from Copper vs Glass, and this has been a long time coming, so these are the top Android apps of June 2019. Let's take a look. So first up we have Abstract, which is an awesome wallpaper app that includes artwork by a guy called Hampus Olsen. Now if that name rings any bells, then it's because he designed basically all of the wallpapers for OnePlus devices from the OnePlus 2 all the way to the latest OnePlus 7 Pro. Now all of these wallpapers come in glorious 4K resolution, so they're going to look great on any device you put them on, whether it's your Android phone or if you transfer them over to an iPad, Mac or PC, they're going to look great. So if I go into the OnePlus category, go down to this nice wallpaper that I've always loved from the original OnePlus 5T, you can then set it as your wallpaper to home screen, lock screen both, or you can save it to your gallery if you want to edit it or use it or save it anywhere else that you want to on any device. Now the application does come with an in-app purchase, which does allow you to get access to all of the wallpapers and also the future wallpapers, and of course it does support the artist and the application itself, so in my opinion it's definitely worth doing. But even if you're looking for a free wallpaper application and you don't want to get the in-app purchase, this is still definitely an excellent choice with a ton of awesome wallpapers, exclusive artwork and super high resolution, and of course it's going to be linked in the description down below. So next up, and the only icon pack on this list, we're going to be looking at Glaze. Now this is a really awesome icon pack with over 1,900 icons in total, and you've also got some cloud wallpapers if you want to have a look at those as well. The icons themselves are very bright, vibrant, they do follow a very limited material design. It's not exactly what Google would do back in the day, but they do have some nice shapes and colours to them. So if I go into my OnePlus device here, go down to my icons, go to Glaze, and then apply them, you can see exactly how they're going to look on this home screen. Now again, we do have a nice white background with the light theme, but they're going to look good with pretty much any setup you can imagine. For me though, I would always go for a more vibrant wallpaper like the one that I'm currently using here, because the wallpapers that you get in the actual icon pack themselves aren't necessarily the best. You only get around 18 or so, and they are photos, which I'm not a huge fan of when it comes to wallpapers, and a lot of them are darker. You do get some bright ones like this one here for example, but they don't necessarily look great, and in my opinion they don't fit the theme of the icon pack. You can apply it to pretty much any launcher, you can request new icons if you've got one that isn't particularly skinned, and just in general it's a really nice icon pack with some really nice icons, and I would definitely recommend picking it up and also taking a look. You do also have some alternative icons as well, so if I search for Google Drive for example, you're going to see that you've got some alternative ones to choose from, which is definitely nice to see in a modern icon pack. Now personally for me, I stopped using photo filters like the ones you get in Instagram around 2012, but Coda is a really awesome application that basically allows you to turn your camera into a vintage style camera. You've got filters, colour, light leaks, dust particles, you can have gradients, or also a really awesome 3D effect that I really haven't seen with any other photo application. You do also have some very light settings in regards to the image quality as well. You've got a timer of 3 and 10 seconds, the flash, you can change the size to a 1:1 perfect for Instagram, turn on or off a grid, and then you do also have the option as well in the top right hand corner to flip it around to the front facing camera. So if I just scroll through some of the effects, gradients and filters that you've got down here, you can see exactly how it's going to change up the actual picture itself. And the thing that I love is you do have an in-app purchase which is optional, so again the application is completely free of charge if you do want to try it out. In regards to how the photos look, I'm going to throw up some examples just here on the left hand side, and you guys can see exactly what I've done with some of the photos from my camera roll. Now don't get me wrong, you can definitely go a little bit overboard with some of these filters if you're adding a ton of different things onto the actual photo itself, but if you use it in the right way and you have some nice light leaks around the side, maybe some dust particles here and there, or if you take a photo that you want to look particularly vintage, then this is a really great application to try. For me, like I mentioned, I'm not a huge fan of filters, but this application may change my mind, and again it's going to be linked in that description down below, just next to the like button. Arguably the next application is the most useful on this list, and it is Adobe Rush. Now for me, I haven't personally found a really nice photo or video editor for Android in a very long time. However, when it comes to video, Adobe and their Premiere suite of software, you definitely can't go wrong, and now you've got a smaller, kind of compact version of that with Adobe Rush. So as you can see here, you can have multiple clips if you want to. You can add a simple title as well. You can change the font size, color, anything that you need to. And you've also got some really awesome options for transitions as well. Now the thing that I like is you've got a live preview at the top, just as you can see there, your timeline basically in the middle of the screen, and then at the bottom you've got all of the controls when you're going through and edit the actual video itself. Now as you can see, one of those transitions, you can see there, just it fades in from black, and then you've got a nice cross dissolve as well. So again, the things that you can do with this application are kind of limited only to your imagination. I love the way that you can move around the timeline just by pinching and zooming and swiping from left to right as well. So again, it's a really great application, and it is also really simple to pick up as well. And this really hammers home the point that if you want to do something like YouTube, the only thing that you really need is the phone that you have in your pocket or the camera that you have in your pocket at all times. Filming some really awesome 60 frames a second 4K video on my OnePlus 6T, and then being able to edit it within Adobe Rush to create a really nice montage is something that I've never really been able to do on Android until this point, so it's definitely worth checking out. Now lastly, if you guys have checked out any other top Android app videos, or you've just in general been on Instagram, the Play Store, or anywhere where you can see a photo, you may have seen some photos that look a little bit like this. Now this is an application called Scribble, and it's a really awesome new application with a really simple thing that actually can make your photos look very effective. So if I go into my photos here, find a picture of Barry, for example, my brother, where he's a little bit worse aware drinking some wine, you can see then that all you need to do is basically just choose what color, size, length, width, anything like that with the actual line itself, and then all you need to do is draw on the picture. Now keep in mind that the way that you draw is the way that it's actually going to animate, so again that allows you to play around with that in some really awesome ways. So I'm just going to add some squiggly lines here just at the back in the top right hand corner or left hand corner, and then you can then go through and play the video, and again it's very simple, but as you can see, quite effective and also quite fun. So if you want to post these sorts of things on Instagram, Twitter, or anywhere where you can post photos, you can do, and it's going to look really awesome. You can save it in HD or SD. You can also change how many times it actually loops around as well. So again, it's really awesome and very simple. But heading back to the main screen, you can see here some examples of some people that do it a lot better than I did, and you can see just how creative some of these photos actually look. Now you're limited to only your own imagination, and you can basically edit any photo that you want on your device. Now one thing that I would say is if you go up into the top right hand corner and click on the Buy Pro option, it does have a monthly subscription of 89 pence or $5.49 for a one-time buy. Now for me, that's a little bit expensive and not necessarily the best deal for an in-app purchase, so for me, having the free version and having a watermark isn't necessarily the worst thing. And that is going to do it, guys, for the top Android apps of June 2019. So we've had a really awesome wallpaper application called Abstract, a really great icon pack called Glaze, a couple of photo editing applications in Coda and also Scribble, and then we've got Adobe Rush for editing those awesome videos directly on your device. As always, all of the applications that I've featured in this video are going to be in the description down below, so if you guys want to try any out, then do so, and let me know in the comment section down below or on Twitter any application that you've really enjoyed using, or any new application that you think that I should feature in a future video. If you're not already subscribed, now is a great time to do so. I'm going to try and do one of these best Android app videos every month, so you definitely want to subscribe and also turn on notifications so that you're notified anytime one of these videos does go live. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up down below. I'm Michael from Copper vs Glass. Thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.